Hello, R. Benjamin.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Oh, well, I'm absolutely knackered.
Are you?
Specifically in the left arm department. Oh, I just got hooted at. Right.
Why are you
Apologies,
knackered?
well, I'll just take this shot. There we are.
Why are you knackered? You tell me.
Well,
Oh,
we've just had an amazing session playing
real pool.
bowling. Real pool and bowling.
Yeah.
And for someone who hasn't done bowling in, God, it must be 7 years. 7 years I've not bowled.
7 years.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I went bowling 7 years ago in Wrexham, but we played in Manchester in Tenpin. It was rather good. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was.
Did you just plot the? I thought that was the black ball then.
No. I'm not doing that again. We're not doing that again.
We're not doing that. He says with conviction and confidence.
I blame you. I managed to beat you in real pool.
You did. I mean, it was due to my obvious weakness in my arm, obviously. Had I have not bowled as intently as I did, you would have felt the wrath. But
Sure.
me and my muscles went easy on you.
I'm not. I don't believe you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't believe you one tickety bit.
It was very good. Yeah, had a very good.
That was good. What am I doing? Dear me.
Goodness grief.
What was gonna say to you? Oh yeah, I also celebrated my mother's birthday yesterday as well. It was nice.
Oh, happy birthday, Mrs. Daniels.
Well, Walker, Wendy Walker.
Sorry. Apologies, Wendy.
Happy
birthday, Mrs. Walker.
She'll slap you.
Oh, God.
She won't slap you. And it was quite fun. And me and my sister were having a bit of we were having a bit of a moment where where you go, oh, remember that time when you just have a bit of a sentimental.
I get that.
I can't remember what half the stuff we were even saying now, to be honest, but
Wholesome.
Some of it wholesome, some of it weird, some of it embarrassing.
Dear me.
And I was thinking about, the other day we were on about Wicked. I know we could keep bringing this up. This isn't specifically about
It
Wicked.
will never leave us.
So, when I was a kid, I think it was just as I started secondary school, actually, I wanted to join a little theatre group, do a bit of theatre. I was like, oh, there's one here. My mum took me to the school was doing it. Not our school, but a school. So we went to it, and I got given the role of the lion in The Wizard of Oz. And the first sort of task or homework that they gave us was, oh, you've got to go home and you've got to read this script and learn like the first few pages, right? Now, the other part of it was the script wasn't in the right order. The pages weren't in the right order. And the pages, did they have numbers on them? Did they heck? So it was a task of over 50 pages of this script. And I'm here trying to figure out what order, and I just gave up. And I was like, oh, there goes that. There goes that. Why would you, right, force people to find the page numbers before?
Did anyone else have the pages in different orders?
I think so, yeah. I think everyone got
just... Oh, my goodness me.
Yeah. Either that or she tried to get rid of me really early on.
Oh.
Which is very, very rude.
How bizarre.
And anyway, my little youthful self was like, right, I'm going to fix this. I am going to provide drama classes that are going to be good for people, right? And little old me...
How old are you?
Don't know, actually. 12, 13, 14, that kind of age. And I'm there in my bedroom. I've got a little red chair, and I'm like creating classes. And I'm like, right, I know what I'll do. Create some posters. So I created some little posters. Put the house phone number on them. And I walked around my little village and I posted these posters through the doors around the area. And a couple of, I don't know whether it was the same day or whether it was the next day, the house phone rang. I'm upstairs in my bedroom. And the next minute, my mum's shouting me down. My dad's laughing. And I'm going, what? What's up? And they're going, what's this about someone wanting drama classes? And I'm like, oh, what? What do you mean? And my mum's going, yeah, someone's just rang up wanting drama classes for their child. And I'm like, oh, they must have got the wrong number. And then
why did you hold on?
What?
Why did you try and keep it a secret? Because you'd have to put these. You'd have
yeah,
to.
I don't know.
You would have to hold them in the house.
Well, this is the thing. You think of step one, but you don't think of the following. What goes on after.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I had a fantastic idea of doing this,
Right.
and it didn't quite pan out. And yeah, my drama classes were worse because they didn't even start.
Oh,
So
that's so. I mean, you had a good spark. I think had you done a little more on the pre-planning, I think you could have.
What was it?
I mean, you could
as a
have made
12-year-old
like.
child providing drama classes to other children.
I mean, it's not like there's certainly a lot worse things you could be providing to. I mean, in my school, people were selling cigarettes and all sorts. It's like,
Were they actually?
drama lessons. I think I mean, to be fair, it's a lot of pressure to put on a small child. It has to be said.
What a drama
You'd
class.
have to plan. Yeah, you'd have to plan the lessons. You'd have to know an awful lot more about
drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd need to take the lessons first before I could give them. Really.
This is very true.
But yeah, that was funny.
That's so amazing.
It was very, very funny. I think it was the son of a Jehovah's Witness that wanted the lessons.
Oh,
yeah, we had a Jehovah's Witness live near us. Yeah, it was quite interesting.
A dramatic Jehovah.
Yeah.
Well, I had I joined a drama group when I was single digits. I can't remember what it was. We're not doing that black ball potting.
Single digits.
Yeah, I was quite young when I joined a drama class.
Was it a case of your mum and dad like, oh, Ben will be one of those child actors?
No. I mean, I can't remember what started it, but it was this little group that was in the village up from us, and I remember the first day we got taught how to. The first day was all about putting our energy to use, and the first sort of day we were being taught how to sort of fling ourselves into a door, and there was a little sort of pad behind the door, so you'd flung through the door and you'd land on the pad.
Oh,
and
my God.
Yeah,
oh,
I
for
think
goodness sake.
And I think because I was doing Scouts as well as the drama class.
Oh yeah, you and your Scouts.
Yeah, I felt very tired, so it was basically an ultimatum between like Scouts and drama, and I chose Scouts because there's loads more you can do. But yeah, no, drama never really. Well, you get to go places and all these different things. I mean, I suppose you could with drama, but I had to make a choice. And
you could have pretended to be in the Scouts with drama, and many more. You can't pretend to be in drama in the Scouts.
This is very true, but there's a wholesome story that sort of ties into everything.
Oh.
So I sort of. I didn't continue with drama until I was in maybe like high school, and then I signed up for my first performance on stage. It was I played some sort of vampire usher in Dracula Spectacular.
Dracula
and then
Spectacular.
yeah, which is an amazing play. And I can't remember. Yeah, I was also a village idiot as well.
That I can imagine.
I was called like Bogus or something, and I had to shout my name. My only line was my name, and I was like Bogus. I can't even remember. I think it was something like that. I can't quite remember. But what I was going to go on to say was that actually Scouts was sort of the first flicker to start me going into filmmaking and things, because there was a badge, I think it's called the photography badge, and First Exclusion Scouts, the sort of Scouts group I was in, they were like, oh, they wanted us to try and choose a badge and sort of like go after it and do all the sort of, I wouldn't say quests, but like the activities. And one of the activities was to make a short sort of video, stop motion video thing. So I had Doctor Who figures, and I was like, well, I suppose we'll give it a go. I mean, I used to film myself in front of webcams when I was younger, but yeah, it was sort of Scouts that got me thinking, well, this is interesting. What can we do with this? I've got figures here and a camera. That was the first sort of spark, really, for me.
Well, there we are. I don't really know what the spark was for me, to be quite honest with you. Probably just being a drama queen.
A drama queen. Well, you do like to sing to yourself.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Somehow I don't think that started recently.
No. No, and I'll make up songs just on the go. I'll just, I love the idea of improv, me.
Yeah.
I would happily just take part in an improv drama challenge. Like, just run it. Oh, I could do it now. I could just... but I'm not going to, because that's just embarrassing.
I can hear the excitement.
Oh, dear me.
Well, I think improv is... Improv's really interesting because that's sort of like most of theatre, because obviously you've got a script and things, but like, well, how the actors are reacting to each other in that space of moment, you're only really seeing it one time. Even though, they'll do 50 performances, each of those performances will be slightly different.
Yeah.
It's like a take when you're in the camera.
It is indeed.
And you're like, oh, I think I've got it. And then you realise someone's put their arm in shot or something, and you can't use that take. But the performance was there.
Or you realise the sound was atrocious.
Oh. Well, you've got variable frame rate on.
Oh, God, don't you'll make me cry. Another thing as well that I was going to touch on is everyone's most moaning that the Easter chocolate's already out. I'm like, well, you should be expecting. You should know this by now.
Right, hold on. Who's moaning? People or the sun?
No, the people. Yeah, people.
Oh.
People are like, oh, the Easter chocolate is out already. And I'm like, oh, God. Well, you know this is a thing. And also, right, people moan that Easter chocolate is out, and yet loads of people come to Easter, wait until after, and they're like, oh, I can't buy any because they're all gone. And it's like, well, you had 3 months. Do you know what I mean? You cannot moan when you had 3 months.
This is very...
that, my good citizens of the United Kingdom, is people who are last-minute shoppers.
Or maybe they didn't expect to do anything for Easter, and then ended up doing the Easter shop. Do you know what I mean?
You don't expect to do anything for Easter?
Yeah, you're like, oh, I won't do it this year, and then
Why
you're like,
do
oh,
you
well, we're
consider
doing this.
eating the Easter eggs part of
Oh no, you go visit people, and
a
then you
thing?
give them
Do
gifts.
you?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Oh,
We go down, visit,
all right. I didn't know that
and
was a
then
thing.
potential. Well, I just don't suppose. I don't know if people have Easter meals, but I wouldn't put it past.
I don't want to interrupt you, but could you just? I've potted nothing here. Sure what I mean? So,
Oh, I wasn't even noticing, to be
so
fair.
just calm down a bit. You even still managed to hit your ball. I googled actually, and apparently there's between 80 and 90 million Easter eggs made every year in the UK.
80 to 90 million.
Yeah.
Well, there's only what 60 million of us. That's
Aye.
like,
So there's enough for one each. People are just being greedy.
oh gracious.
80 to 90 million. Look at how much money Cadbury's
Well,
are making there.
people are very people like events in their own lanes, don't they? Like, you can't listen to Christmas music before the 1st of December. You can't.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
Why?
Well, it's
Why
like me. I've
not?
got my tree up still. Why not? Who's
This
shouting at
is
me?
what
No one's come knocking on my door. Excuse me, will I lock you up? You got your Christmas tree. Who cares? Get a grip.
If I mean, oh, you won. Well done.
After
So
all
you
that,
didn't.
I didn't even need to
Yeah.
pot a ball.
So I mean,
Sometimes it's just about the art of patience.
this is what I mean. Let your adversary make their mistake.
Oh my god, how many balls did I just pot then? Crikey.
4. If you don't choose spots, I'll be
Yeah.
sad.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to pot it, I don't think. So, I don't think I've got a choice.
Oh, it assigned you spots anyway.
Oh, good. Good grief. Right. Speaking of big numbers, I don't know why, but I was also Googling out the UK population. And it's interesting to sort of see, I think it was around 400,000 that the UK population increases every year.
Right.
Around 400,000. And then it gets to COVID. It gets to 2019 and then 2020, and then it just sort of goes to 200 and something. And then 2020,
Really?
I think it was either 2020 or 2021, it's actually less.
Hold on. Is this is this is this an increase in population, or are you looking at the birth statistics? Because
No, not
COVID.
birth, like actual population.
Oh, so it was because
Yeah.
of a lot of people died.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it was literally less. I think it was only less by about 8,000. But when you think about it, like, if there's births and deaths, and normally births is higher by 400,000, then really, God, it's quite a significant.
Goodness me.
Hmm.
I wonder what the
I think it was 400,000. It might have been 40,000, but I'm sure it was 400,000.
I wonder how we ranked in comparison to other countries across the world.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
It does make you
That's a
think.
good idea.
I
Do
mean,
you know what this calls for?
What?
A spreadsheet.
A spreadsheet. There probably already is a spreadsheet.
Probably is. I love a spreadsheet. I love a spreadsheet, and I love a spreadsheet with macros on that I can make do things. Nothing more. Love it. Absolutely love. Automation is my best friend.
Automation. Have they introduced? Oh, I was going to say. Have they? Have they introduced AI into spreadsheets? And what is your opinion?
Well, in what sense? I guess is my question.
I suppose I don't know, because a lot of spreadsheet is automation anyway. Because it relies on code in order for you to do things.
Yeah.
I suppose the best use of AI on a spreadsheet would be to help you figure out what code because I'm not the greatest with spreadsheets,
Mm.
and I know there are certain codes you have to type in order to get the values you want. Like
Codes.
sometimes,
You mean
yeah,
formulas?
yes,
I won't
yes.
go into codes and formulas and ingredients again, but
No. But like sometimes I'll make a graph and I'll know what I want, but I won't know the specific formula.
oh, I'm with you.
And I think some sort of
Graphs.
like I know you could like
I've
just
not used a
Google
graph in
things.
Excel since school. I've not needed to. Oh,
Yeah. But no, yeah,
oh dear.
I think it would be good. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You've evened the playing field.
Aye. Catching up to you now, my boy.
Goodness. Right, here we are. Oh. That was pitiful. Yeah, I don't know.
I love
I
how
mean,
much you concentrated then.
I like the use of AI in Canva because I'm a big
My
the ball said
didn't
no,
even
I'm not
move.
moving. The ball said no. Because because Canva I say recently have released. In the grand scheme of recently, they have sort of incorporated AI into sort of their
the photo editing in the
the elements and things, which I find really, really quite useful. A lot of people will say that AI is taking over the world, it's taking over jobs, but
it depends what it is.
And I think it's made design more accessible because you could if you had a lot of money and a lot of time, you could do some of the things that now AI can do. So really, it's just sort of leveled the playing field a little bit, I think.
Also, I've always said anyway, and I made a joke about this at work the other day actually, that we don't really have to worry about AI robots and AI, because at the end of the day, as soon as it gets an update, that's when it's going to break. Because that's when most things break is, oh, it's had an update, oh, it's worse.
That's very true. I mean, that's arguably more of a reason to worry about AI.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you do have a point, actually. Let's not worry about it taking over. Let's worry about it messing up. Imagine being in a car and it updates mid-drive, mid-motorway.
I mean, Teslas have. I say Teslas. Other Teslas and other electric cars have had incidents where sort of like I don't know. It's electric cars and AI powered cars. They're a little bit scary at the moment. I think I've been in a few. I've been in a few, and there's been times in which I think I was saying this the other day. I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
The car will misread the road markings, and it will try and veer off into it and do its own thing. And if you're not if you're not sort of ready at the wheel, it can end quite badly.
True.
Because it'll be like, oh, is this the way the road is? Oh no, this isn't the way the road is, but I thought it was.
Here's a question. Oh, that wasn't my ball. God's sake, I'm doing it again. If you could wear one outfit just all day, every day, except bedtime, you had to wear the exact same outfit. You could wash it as many times, but you had to wear the exact same outfit, almost like a costume, I suppose. What would you wear?
I would wear. If it was all the time, I'd have to wear something.
Any thought myself on this, actually. I probably should have.
It would have to be probably jeans, my orange loafers that I have, orangey, browny loafers, and the
brown tan
loafers, and the long white shirt I've got that's touchy feely. I absolutely love. Yeah. I love touchy feely shirts. Oh.
What he means by touchy feely is when it's got a bit of a rib to it, bit of a
yes, not fluffy. I mean, fluffy's good, but not as good as sort of. It's almost like
fluffy's annoying. I find, to be quite honest.
I find fluffy annoying. It depends because it insulates heat quite a lot, but I'm a bit of a furnace. Me, I've got quite a high body temperature anyway, so it's like sort of makes it too warm. Like I bought a nice Icelandic jumper when I was in America, and haven't worn it yet because it's really sort of insulating, and it's quite warm in my house anyway. So I haven't haven't felt the need to wear it.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you buy, oh, for God's sake, if you buy a big coat, you know that you're gonna have to buy another smaller version for summer, don't you? Like, it's almost like you have to plan your wardrobe twice, and I hate it. I can't. Well, I was gonna say can't live in Iceland, but then I'd get annoyed at the cold. I can't win. Can't win.
Where is an ideal place you would live, temperature wise?
Temperature wise, UK'd be all right if it stopped having hot summers.
Would you rather a country have one temperature in extreme, or would you rather have milder temperatures but unpredictable?
I think.
'Cause I can give you a really good example.
I think milder temperatures, unpredictable, would be okay.
You think?
Yeah.
Because the Canary Islands, they are generally always warm. Even sort of like, even at Christmas time, they are a nice warm. But obviously in the summer, they are like excruciatingly hot places to go to.
My dad, I remember when we went to Canary Islands when I was younger, and my dad thought he was getting scammed by this bloke who was trying to sell him some kind of car, a hire car during this stay. And I remember my dad having an argument with this bloke, like, listen, mate, you're not pulling the wool over my eyes, blah, blah, blah. I remember it's pretty funny.
Why did he think?
I don't know what he was trying to sell. I think he was trying to add water park rides to it as well. I can't remember now.
Oh, like one of those Tory
package
things.
deal. Yeah. Funny.
Well, I know there's a lot of what are they called? They're called touts, aren't they? The touts around. You experienced it when you went to Egypt. It's quite a lot around pyramids. Did you?
I didn't go near the pyramids, but
I know there's a lot of them that operate there because I don't know if you can visit the pyramids anymore. You can sort of see them from afar, but I think I'm not entirely sure what the deal is, but there's a lot of people around there who take advantage of tourists, and they're like, "You want to go up here? I can show you a secret route or something."
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, they're like, they claim they've got this sort of amazing place that generally, it's just
a hut,
an ordinary, some sort of. Here is the king. King Tut bathed in this small house.
The issue is, right, you wouldn't know whether to believe anybody, would you? Like, you could just say anything.
Well, that's sort of. I had a oh God, I can't even. My mind has harkened back to when I was in. What country was I in? I think it was Italy. And for context, I'd gone on a small holiday for myself for my 25th, like last year, and I decided to go across the Mediterranean. And the Mediterranean, they were obsessed with olive trees because, like, it was like a massive industry. Olive trees are everywhere because they provide food. They're a good source of heat. Everything olive trees. And we went on this tour, and bearing in mind, I'd been in the Mediterranean in different countries now for like, I want to say 5-6 days. So I'd seen pretty much all the olive trees I could ever see. And we were on this tour, and the instructor or the tour guide or whatever couldn't speak much English. and the guy driving the bus didn't really know where to go. And for 50 minutes, we were basically just driving around the countryside, and it was everywhere looked the same. And it was like, oh, here are some olive trees. Here are some more olive trees. And it was like, oh, complete waste of time. Yeah, and the history lessons that accompanied the here are the olive trees, you could Google and find out yourself, and they weren't even like, it wasn't even in depth. She went on about Alexander the Great and like the Roman, she called them dominations, the Roman dominations, which obviously, you know, the conquering of Italy and whatever it was. But yeah, it was just wild.
I'm talking about like going away and things.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily the holiday, but I went to Tea in the Park with my
Tea in the Park?
yeah. I went to Tea in the Park. Would you believe? I went to Tea
What
in
is
the
Tea in the
Park.
Park?
It's a music festival. You just not know that.
Oh,
Or it was. I don't know if it still has a thing. I assume it would be, but I have no idea. But anyway, it was up in Scotland, bloody old Scotland. Don't know why I was putting a Cockney accent on there. Please do excuse me. And yeah, Tea in the Park in Scotland. Travelled up there in my shorts and my wellies. It was actually all right weather. Overcast, and it was sunny. And I thought, oh, I'll just have a bit of a kip. And my best friend at the time, bless her, thought, oh, I won't wake him up. I'll leave him there. I'll leave him there. And I got sunburnt.
Oh.
So much. And it was the first day. We were there for like 2-3 days. And I had blisters on the bottom of my legs, all down the front.
And it was an overcast day?
Yeah. It was overcast.
Oh dear.
And that was the day I knew I hated the sun. And from there, my hatred to the sun has grown. And I just, for God's sake. Yeah, I saw someone that I knew, and I couldn't stand up to go and say hello to them. And I was
did you have any after sun?
No. Because, you know, it's Scotland. You wouldn't think you would need it. Well, you wouldn't think you need it. It's always raining in Scotland, you know. You travel there and you're like, oh, I'll be fine. But no, it was overcast. So I got sunburn. It was painful. I decided, I don't know why, to go on holiday to Egypt with the same person. And we had a whale of a time, but also got up to some right mischief. Lots of it probably unbroadcastable, so you might never hear that. But very, very, very scary, dodgy, funny, hilarious times. And my mother, bless her, probably would have showered us for some of the things that we got.
I mean, she shouted.
I make it sound like we've been doing right. She shouted at you anyway.
You're escaping Wendy's wrath.
Oh God. You made him out to be some evil villain here now.
Yeah, sunburn. My goodness me, you must have been in such pain for weeks afterwards.
Yeah, well, the fronts of my legs are still a little bit shiny and sensitive. They've got freckles all over them now.
You didn't have freckles in your legs before?
No.
Well, I've also never seen you in shorts, so like,
well,
it must have had
my
some.
legs are very sensitive. I don't want to get in trouble.
I went through a period of wearing shorts.
You did actually, even in uni, you went through a period of wearing shorts.
Yeah, and then at
one point you was like,
well.
"Oh, it's probably bad for my legs."
This is what I mean. I was I got a scare. Yeah, no, I was wearing shorts and I was having a good time, and then sort of a bus driver mentioned, bad sign of bad circulation.
You took advice from a bus driver about your health.
Yeah, well, he was like, bloody hell, you wearing, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I got nervous after that.
Oh,
So
dear.
I didn't don the shorts. But then I've always been quite sort of warm-blooded anyway, so I don't really know why I heeded his words. Here we go. Yeah,
Funny.
silly. I do be quite the hypochondriac.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah. there's
people
not
always
really-
think it's all germs and stuff. It manifests differently in different people.
So what? Germs?
Yeah,
Oh, I get what you mean.
you know, like oh, the germs, the germs. I've had a weird relationship with health. I had this condition when I was a kid. I think it was. I always get them confused. It was either impetigo or scarlet fever. I had both, I think, and I remember it. Scarlet. Oh, dear. Scarlet. I think it was scarlet fever. It took the absolute wind out of me, and it's quite funny because they were like, "Oh, the teacher said we knew he was ill because he didn't eat." Because I must have been like way into, and still am way into my food.
I still am. Well, I'm surprised you've not gotten onto some kind of hypochondriac about that recently.
Well, yeah. Who knows?
That's the next thing. You'll be anorexic next soon. Yeah, I'll be waiting for
Love the positivity.
I'm waiting for the next phase. I'll be there with me notepad and pen giving you some
Notepad
URLs.
and pen.
Have you
Your
tried this
stethoscope.
website? Have you tried this one? Give these a call. They'll help you.
There you me. But no, yeah, and I was lying down on one of the benches, and my mate Jay at the time, we were like best friends, and in the days after, he lay down too, and it was like, oh, it's spreading. I also put a pebble in Jay's ear once. That was a mad thing. Because I thought he was. Well, here's the crazy story. I don't know why my brain just thinks like this. I thought he died on the
You what?
playground. Yeah, he was on the floor pretending to be dead, and I thought
Sorry, so you put a pebble in his ear because you thought he was
I put a
dead?
pebble in his ear. Yeah.
Put a pebble in somebody's
I don't
ear?
know. I don't understand the thinking process now. I didn't understand the thinking process then. But I put a pebble in his ear, and the poor chap had to go to hospital, wait for hours to get this bloody thing out of his ear. His mum, Kath, lovely woman, was not very happy.
Dear me, I can imagine, yeah. A pebble?
Yeah, I don't know why I did. I don't know why I did
Pebble?
that.
Could they
Don't
not
know.
just get some tweezers? Was it that far in?
Well, this
Was
is
it
what
a
I mean.
small pebble or
Well,
a
yeah, it
big
was
pebble?
quite a small stone.
Oh.
Oh,
Could they
God,
not have just tilted his head a bit?
I don't know.
You know, just give it a bit of a shake.
Give it a bit of a shake. Well, who knows? Well, I just sort of dropped it in. I didn't put my
Force it
finger
down.
in. Yeah, no.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Oh, I love primary school. It's such a mad time.
Yeah, it was actually, to be fair.
Did you have
know
any
that.
crazy primary school memories?
Yeah, I mean, primary school, you're just surrounded by weirdos, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
And we're probably all a bit like that as well. Like, you just, oh, yeah. I mean, I used to, when I was younger, I used to cry a lot if I ever used to get shouted at. And I was a goody two shoes. And there was this one time where someone tried to blame me on something. And my favourite teacher was shouting at me and I cried. Because she was blaming me. And I was like, wasn't me. Wasn't me.
It's not a. That's just a depressing memory. Nice one.
Hey, well, you asked.
Yeah.
But no, I played the Green Goblin at primary school. It was my debut. Actually, that's what That is what made me want to do drama.
Spy.
The Green Goblin. But not the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. The Green Goblin just, in general, he was a goblin that was green, like most goblins are, really. The Goblin King, that's what it was called.
What, from Labyrinth?
No.
Oh.
Was it called The Goblin Next Door? I can't remember, to be honest. My memory's awful. How I would hack it in the theatre industry, I don't know. Actually, no, you know what? My memory is bad, but if you give me something to recite and remember, I'll remember it and learn it. It's weird, that.
Well, I don't think your memory is bad, because you remember specific details.
Well,
it's like with me, like, my memory can be bad with certain things, but it can also be really quite pinpoint with others.
Maybe that's what it is, because, and again, yesterday whilst we was celebrating my mum's birthday, we were talking about the fact that I've probably got from my dad, I've probably gained the rather annoying but rather good ability to be very precise in where I put things and being neat and tidy. And oh my goodness, if someone went in my bedroom as a kid, I would know if they'd moved something or touched something, because if it wasn't precisely exactly where I'd put it. And it's very regimented, that. It's almost like I'm in the army in that sense. And I'm still like that to this day. If something's not in its place, I'm like, where's that? Who's touched this? Where is it? And poor David. God, bless him.
Poor David. Poor David, but also not poor David.
Yeah, poor David.
Because the bookshelf was moved. And
put it back!
Well, sort of to harken back on bizarre childhood memories.
Yeah.
There was it was really weird. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I used to like sniffing a telegraph pole back when my school was in its... Because my school, my primary school basically changed.
Did they paint the telegraph poles? Is that why you sniffed them?
No, it had tar on. The telegraph pole had tar.
So it was nostalgia sniff.
A nostalgia sniff? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, you said your primary school changed, so were you sniffing the older telegraph poles? Because
No. So I used to like sniffing this telegraph pole in the older place, but then when they moved, there was no telegraph pole to sniff. So
you know, on those rare occasions where you just start to question your friendship with someone, I think this is one of those moments.
It was a very... I mean, I didn't do it all the time. I just used to sort of...
Oh, well, there we go. Never mind. Wasn't all the time.
A whiff. A whiff of the telegraph pole. It's hard to describe what smell it is. I don't know if it's the smell of the wood or the smell of the tar. Yeah, it probably is the
smell of the wood. I would imagine. Yeah. Very...
What else?
Well,
what other memories do I have?
Yeah. Any other weird secrets that you've got that you want to share?
Weird secrets?
While you're at it.
I don't know. There's probably one somewhere.
Sniff telegram pole. That's on the verge of... Well, it's on the same level as when people say people lick windows and things, isn't it, really?
Oh, it's not.
What, sniffing telegraph poles?
Yeah, I
wouldn't say it's normal.
Well, my smell used to be very hypersensitive as a kid, because I used to be able to sniff people's jumpers and tell them whose they were.
Yeah, which, again, very...
Everyone had their own unique thing.
Very, very weird ability.
Superpower.
Superpower, right. Is that what we're calling it?
Jumperman.
Jumperman. DNA won't help. Don't worry. Let me sniff the jumper.
That was my forte. I remember a teacher was like, Ben, I can't believe... how can you do this? I don't know.
But do you know what? They should have purposely made a game out of it and made like 4 or 5 different people.
Well, they did. Sort of. My teacher, Mrs. Kimberly, at the time, was like, right, Ben, I think... She thought it was called... She thought it was...
Hang on. Shit. So your teacher,
yeah, my teacher asked me to go out the room, and she collected a few people. Multiple people took their jumpers off. Some, and she handed me a few and was like, "Right, could you sniff a few?" And I was like,
I
and I
don't
did,
feel
and
comfortable.
I got it right.
This doesn't seem right.
Why?
Oh my god. Well, it seems like some kind of weird fetish.
That never entered my brain. Nor the situation.
Like, oh, Ben, just go outside and I'll let these people.
She didn't say it like that. I wasn't blindfolded, cuffed at the age of 6.
I'll get them to take their jumpers off, and you just smell them afterwards.
Well, they had shirts underneath. God.
Well, yeah, but it just
Can you hand it
doesn't. Yeah, just doesn't sound right.
Well, it was completely fine.
Oh, okay.
I
They
don't.
all
Yeah,
sign
she was
consent forms and all.
consent forms. It was like that time I did a Cyberman dance for end of year. So at the end in year 6,
Course
sort
you
of celebrate us all leaving and all the rest of it. We had a talent show.
Oh, everyone has a talent show, don't they?
Yeah, and this is the thing. And
What's that about?
people put their skills to this talent show. And I remember I had done some terrible, awkward dance on the playground, and and I didn't want to do this talent show, but I got called to the stage by someone who was like, "Ben, you need to do your Cyberman dance or your Doctor Who dance or whatever it was." And I was like, "Oh, come on, no, I can't, what's all this about?" And they were like, "No, we've got the track lined up for you. You should do it."
Oh my god!
Even the head teacher, Mr. Lewis, was like, "What's he on about? Go on." What? And so I ended up doing this improv dance, which is just absolutely awful. And I remember just doing this dance. Everyone laughed. It was the entire school. It was amazing. I was having a great time. They were having a great time. Nobody knew what the hell was happening. I didn't know what the hell was happening. I was doing this weird dance. People were singing. People learned instruments. People were doing poetry. All this.
And you're there doing a Cyberman dance.
And I wiped the floor because I remember looking at, sort of peering into the hall where everyone was voting, and everyone's hands just went up. And I came back and I was announced the winner. And I remember the head teacher was like, I've never witnessed a talent competition sort of. What did he say? He said, "I've never witnessed so little talent winning such a competition before."
I mean, yeah, he's got
It
a
was
fair
amazing.
point, I suppose. And again, he's not watched half a BGT, so.
This is very true.
Hey, we were on BGT, weren't we? Not as an
We
act,
were on
thank
BGT.
goodness. No, we were just the background.
It was a lot of waiting around, I found. Because we were asked to be sort of background extras, just audience members sitting behind.
Like during the cutscenes where you've got the people talking about their acts, and we're there in the background just sat chilling as if we're waiting to audition. It's all a ruse. You're not waiting to audition.
It's all a ruse.
You're sat there and you're actually audience members just intermingled with the people waiting to go on and perform. So.
Well, I found the whole thing slightly inauthentic because I didn't appreciate how I suppose they've done it for years and blah blah blah. But we had when we were sat in sort of the main atrium or the main audience room, and for God's sake, and all the judges were there who was by the stage. We had an audience riler, I suppose is the word. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I know.
audience manager, and he was getting us all hyped up, and it was almost like the judges were in a world of themselves. I remember the feeling that was a bit weird because I know they had their jobs to do and things, but it was really weird because they didn't really interact with the audience as much as I thought they would have.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm.
It's all for show, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, right.
I don't like the fact that whoever ends up putting their last ball has got a very easy win.
You say that.
Sitting there. Oh! Oh! You very nearly potted that then.
But
I do like it,
oh,
actually. Never mind. I rather enjoy the fact that it's a very easy win. There we go.
Aye. Would you ever go to a another audience participation show?
No.
Well, not audience, but like a live show thing.
No. Like a recording of it. No.
Well, it was the second sort of audience thing I'd been to because I previously watched Jeremy Kyle live, which was very interesting.
I've seen. What have I seen? I've seen Countdown.
Oh, really? What live?
Yeah.
Who was it? 8 out of 10 cats, or was it the
No. Proper Countdown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who was the host? Because I know Anne Robinson did it for a bit.
I think it was the guy that used to be on Dragonstone. Not Dragonstone. Apprentice. I think it was him.
Oh, Alan Sugar.
No. On Sugar on Countdown. Are you having a laugh?
You're fired. Oh wait, wrong show.
One of his. Is he called Nick? I can't remember.
Oh, I think I know who you mean.
With the glasses. I think it was him.
I get that. Well, the thing about Jeremy Kyle was that, well, one, I had an ear infection on that day, so I was paying more attention to my ear than what I was watching on stage. And two, was really, really interesting because all of that stuff you hear that went on, you didn't see any of that. Like, as an audience member, maybe had I worked on the show, it would be slightly different, but it was very interesting because we were sat down, and what would happen in front of you would be like a half an hour moment of, wow, this is really intense energy. And it was almost surreal. It was like when you watch something on TV and you're like, and then you go and visit that thing and you're like, oh, it's slightly different than what it was. Just like TV, it was like it was almost exactly the same as watching it from home. It was like, what's going on, what so it was very bizarre from that point of view. I also think, well, I waited, I think it was 4 years for the tickets because I signed up right at the beginning of college when I was like 15, and then at the end of college when I was like 17, 18, whatever age I was, they were like, oh, your tickets are ready. And I was just so amazed that those tickets came through after 4 years. I was like, wow, okay, let's go and see what this is all about. But I think had I have been a bit older, I don't think I would have gone.
Oh, okay.
Because, looking back, hindsight.
Learn about the...
Yeah.
Everyone's obsessed with Love Island. I've never been obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with The Traitors. That's what I'm obsessed with. If you've not watched that, you need to go and watch that because that is good.
I was talking about The Traitors the other day. I haven't seen any of The Traitors.
Oh, you need to watch
it. Well, the finale is either next week or the week after, isn't it?
This week.
This week?
This week coming up, yeah.
Ooh. Deal. Who do you think is going to win?
Ooh, don't know, and I don't want to say it because then you'll know who's left. Or if people aren't caught up, they'll know who's left.
That's very true.
So I'm gonna stay stum. Not getting anything out of me, sunshine. I know your game.
I don't know any games. So.
You want the whole world to be like, oh, Aaron spoiled it for me.
I wonder if is it one of those shows where you can see other people watching it and go and they have little polls to show you who people think is going to win, sort of thing?
No.
Oh, okay. I see.
No. There's no audience interaction or anything.
Oh, I see. Oh, I was about to pot your ball there.
Yeah. Oh, well, you may as well have potted loads of yours before. It's quite embarrassing.
Oh, I did pot
thank
your ball.
you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Dear
Don't
me.
you punch the tables.
Hey? Me?
Yeah.
I didn't punch the table.
You went, no, you're doing me a favour. Hey, up, who's knocking? Someone at the door?
Man in kitchen.
Oh, right. Someone's just aggressively cutting onions.
Oh. What did I do to make that noise?
I don't know.
I was going to bring up film photography.
Film
cameras.
photography? What do you mean?
Well, I've been shooting on 35mm recently.
Oh, yeah. You have.
And the negatives, hopefully get them by this week. I find it really... Have you ever shot on film before?
No, because it just... no.
No? Why?
It would just annoy me.
Why?
Just waiting for it. It'd just annoy me.
Well,
I'm too impatient for waiting for the film to be done.
Oh. Well, it's sort of like a special... Oh, dear.
Oh.
2 shots. It's sort of a special thing because it forces you...
Send it back.
Oh. It's a special thing because you are more... You're more selective with how you shoot, and as well, the fact you don't know how the shot turned up. You do a few shots with with varying amount of settings, and then you just hope that one of those shots was, sort of good. But no, I'd say it's quite therapeutical because you've got to wind your film up. It's very tactile. It's if you like sort of doing things, because with a camera you just with a digital camera, should I say, you just press a button and it's all done for you. It's all there. You see it back instantly, which is great if you're sort of it's great for ease. But yeah, I think I like it. I like the sort of tactile and the sort of the way you shoot, really. Which is very interesting. Oh, I'm going to see if I can catch up here. I don't think I can.
Well, you never know.
But I'm rubbing me lucky Sharpie.
Your lucky Sharpie.
Right, here we go. Right.
Is this another weird thing of yours?
Oh, it worked. Right, I'm rubbing them again. Here we go.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, right.
Very confused.
Oh dear.
Scared.
Didn't work that time. I got to rub him harder.
I've not got a rub.
Oh, I dropped him. What does that mean? It's a sign.
I've not got a lucky Sharpie.
Oh. Neither do I now.
I've just got me.
I've just got me. Oh, the Sharpie told. Oh, I knew it.
Hey, now, see that as well. I'm winning 11-5 here, so I'm doing better today.
The Sharpie didn't work. The Sharpie did not work. Are you doing one more game?
Yeah, one more.
One more game. Do. I can't be singing that. That's copyright. I do not have the license to Rhiannon. Goodness grief.
I would make up our own song, but you wouldn't be able to sing along.
Was that Rhiannon? Was that
I
Rhiannon?
don't know.
Just dance. Da, 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 ha, ha, ha.
I love how you're like, well, I'll sing it again.
Well, no. I don't know
Okay.
who's it by. Who's it? Is it Rhiannon?
I couldn't. Anybody help us out?
I thought you were good with music.
Am I good with music?
Well, like contemporary music, anyway. I say contemporary. In the last 20 years.
No. I don't listen to music for the lyrics and things. In fact, a lot of songs I don't listen to the lyrics. I just like the tune.
Oh,
Like
you're a tune person.
yeah, I'm a tune. I don't care what the lyrics are. If I like the tune, I'm like, ooh, I'll put that on. And more often than not, I'm a fan of just searching for, instrumental versions of songs rather than listening to the actual words.
Oh, really?
Mm.
What's your favorite instrumental of a song that has lyrics?
Don't know. I'd have to go on my YouTube playlist. That's another thing. I don't use Spotify because I don't listen to music.
Oh,
Just don't. I'm not really. I'm very much like soundtrack vibes.
yeah. There's a lot of soundtracks.
Like How to Train Your Dragon music. Oh, there's a new trailer for something about that. I need to watch that when we've done with this.
Oh. Well, I only discovered Spotify I think 2.5 years ago, because I knew
Goodness.
it existed.
So when you say discovered, you don't mean only found out about it. You just mean
no, just used it more because I first had it when in 2015 because I tried to find a song that wasn't on YouTube and I found it on Spotify, but I just left it alone for a good number of years, and then I realized that Spotify was ramping up the ads all the time, and other companies' video platforms also ramp up ads, and so I was like, well,
David
I know
calls me
you can
Paul
space
all the time.
yeah, because you couldn't pay for YouTube to have ads removed at that time, so I was like, well, let's head on over to Spotify, and there we did.
And then we arrive at today, where we're here.
What?
We arrive at today, where we're here.
What do you mean?
Well, we're here, and it's today.
Incredibly cryptic. I don't understand. Agent of chaos, you are, Mr. Daniels.
I don't know what you mean, to be quite frank.
Goodness me.
But I think. Do you know what I would find interesting is
What?
Doing a podcast episode where we have to be different characters, and improvise. That would be interesting.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, I'd probably have to pay you some money.
Again, back with the fetish. What?
What?
Pay me some money in order to put voices on me or something. What's this? What's this all about?
I don't know, you big jumper sniffer. Oh my god! What was that sound?
It's the cuckoo clock.
Oh, is that on the game? Oh, right.
Yeah.
The audience won't have heard that, but we just had a big cuckoo in our ears.
We did indeed.
Well,
but the cuckoo of time.
Indeed, the cuckoo of time. And it was quite good chat, Ben. Good chat.
Aye. I look forward to speaking with you next week, and to all of our viewers.
Oh, I thought you was. I thought you was leading on with something of it. And to all of our viewers, this that, and the other.
Well, I can. And to all of our viewers, it was the most amazing time.
Yes, you look beautiful.
There we go. Have a good one, guys.
Goodbye.
We'll see you all next week.
Bye.